my main thing here is to try to help the player. You might not like how we did it. You might not like the message, how it came out. But you know what? When somebody shoots in there, what do? You look up. Where's that shot come from? And that's what it is.
Okay.
People are talking about it.
Well, Eric, they are talking about it. And you said you have a long list of people who support you. There's another list that I have. There are people who are criticizing, not the cause, but maybe the messaging and how it was relayed to the public. I'm on that list.
Okay.
Let's talk about, you said division and how the NFL is dividing this situation, this cause. There's even division amongst the Hall of Famers, in particular Jerry Rice and Kurt Warner. So can you explain to us how come there's not even solidarity in the Hall of Fame committee in terms of this message?
That's an easy question to answer.
Oh,
I'll take the responsibility for Kurt Warner for sure. Kurt said, I'm with it, Eric. I'm with it. Okay. I'm going through 7 drafts that night, going through all the drafts of it, trying to make sure, okay, the name.
Of the letter.
The letter, going through all the drafts. Kurt Warner said he supported it, but he's not on the board. Okay, he's not on the board. Okay, what's the difference? He's not on the board, but he supports it. Jerry Rice now.
I'm listening.
Now, Jerry Rice was a little different. Lawrence Taylor called me yesterday. He said, Eric, I heard what he said. 2 other guys say, I heard that. I said, man, and I'm not throwing, you know what? I'll take that.
What did he say?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to throw a guy under the bus. Let's put it like that. I'll take it. But let's just say this here. Other people standing there, not just Eric Dickerson, heard that. Because LT, he don't never call you for nothing. That's his golf. He said, man, you tell me, blah, blah, blah. I say, hey, man, you know, and it is what it is.
Okay, okay. I don't want you to throw somebody else under the bus, but people are not just attacking individuals and saying, hey, they're not with you, they are with you. People are attacking this, myself included. It just sounds, in totality, opportunistic. Eric, it sounds like y'all. It sounds like you wrote a letter, and it was the baby of T.O.'s boycott and Kaepernick's protest. And you said, I'm going to take Kaepernick's action and T.O.'s action. And you know what? I got me a new cause, because it seems like to retroactively look at the NFL and the pot of gold that they have and the growing economy, and to now say the Hall of Famers need $300K annually. Why that message, and why does it sound opportunistic?
First of all, it's never opportunistic. It's not about an opportunity. I mean, this was never like, okay, you know what? So he did that, and we're going to take T.O. Man, it had nothing to do with that at all. Nothing to do. That Kaepernick thing with the Nike, this was way before that. This had nothing to do with that, for sure. This was way before that, for the Nike deal. T.O.,
we're talking about taking a knee and how that turned into $90 million from the NFL. And now you're saying saying we want $100 million from the NFL annually?
You know what? No, let's go with let's forget the number. It's not even about the number. It's not even about a number. When you don't negotiate, whatever the number is, the number is. I look at this here. Roger Goodell, he makes $40 million. He makes LeBron Smith makes $5 million, $8 million annuity. What about those guys? These guys deserve this. We don't care what the number is. It's not about the number. Like I said, don't get caught up on the little bitty stuff. Hey, you know what? He's not on the board. He's on the board. This guy's not supporting it. He's out. He's in. I want to support the brotherhood. I'm not supporting the call. I said, what's the brotherhood? I mean, look, we're all players. Well, yes. We are players. I got it. As players. Yeah. We want to support one another. That's all it comes down to. It makes it seem like I'm trying to do something bad, like I'm trying to take advantage of. I'm not trying to get anything. Man, you know what this is doing to me? This is killing my golf game. It's killing. I'm on the phone. All the time, taking messages, calling guys back.
Eric, hold on. To crack that joke, though, you had to know when you took this position it was going to take over your life, yes?
I did, but you know what, man? Yes, I did. I got to say, I probably figured it would. I just didn't know.
Do you regret it?
Absolutely not. Okay. Not at all.
Are you surprised by the negativity and the negative feedback?
First of all, you're going to always get negative. If everybody's positive, okay, you got to, okay, what's going on? They're finna get me somewhere. It's like I'm walking into the room to get made, and I walk in and, all right, where's the guy? There's some plastic on the floor. Yeah. They're finna wrap you up.
Yeah.
So most definitely, I expected this. But the thing is we're trying to do something good for the players. And every player, I'm going to say this again, Every player that played in the National Football League deserved health care and a proper pension, not these joker pensions of $250 to $700 to $800. The guys that played 13 and 14 years. It's wrong. You don't see Major League Baseball sitting up having this conversation.
Let me ask you this.
Or basketball, yes, sir.
And the reason why, in my view, and this is why I support you, is because the NFLPA has horrible leadership, in my opinion.
I agree.
And so,
we got another segment.
I agree with that.
We got another segment.
I agree with that 100%.
They got horrible leadership. And so I'm wondering, though, why didn't you go to them and try to form a bond with them and then present a united front?
Let me tell you, first of all, they would say, just like Gene Upshaw did, we don't represent you guys. Y'all retired guys.
They have a form.
No.
Nolan Harrison, they got a group of former players they work with.
Yeah, don't do that, ED.
Man, come on, dog.
ED, in 2011, they gave another $900+ million to the benefit package, most of it going to the pre-1993 players, yourself included. So Nolan Harrison out there doing tremendous work. Regardless if you respect him fully, why wouldn't you get a proper alliance? Because a lot of people have texted me and said, I respect Eric for stepping up, but why Eric Dickerson? You tell them, why Eric Dickerson for this cause as the face of it?
Because this started, just like I say, this started at the Hall of Fame a year and a half ago. That's how this discussion came up. When I left there this year, I said, man, look, if we're going to do something, let's stop talking about it and let's actually do something. Because it's a lot of talk. And that's what it was, just talk. We're talking. Okay, who's going to do it? I said, okay, now, we go back and start this. Make sure you got my back on this, because one thing with me is I'm loyal. I'm loyal to the cause. My mother would say, Eric, it's one problem with you, son. You're too loyal. Everybody's not as loyal with you. I'll say it again. Look, it might not be perfect. It's like when you play a football game.
Yeah.
You know, you got the game plan. If it's perfect, you're going to score a touchdown every time you run the ball, or you're going to stop the offense every time. It's not perfect. But you know what it's got, everybody? It's got people talking about it. That's making it good.
Eric, would you like to hear more Hall of Famers and more players speak out on your behalf? It doesn't seem like enough are stepping up.
You know what? You know, when you say speak out on my behalf, you know, they can interview the guy. Like a lot of guys call me. Mike Haynes said an interview. Jackie Slater said they had an interview. But the big guy, I guess the camera right now is on me. Like I'm all alone. I have 50 guys right here that support this. 51 guys. It's not just me by myself. I think people have this perception that I'm in my garage, me and a secretary, another guy, all right, here we go. We finna strategize. No, that's not what we're doing. It's not about that. Joe DeLamely, I talked to him yesterday. He says, Eric, I want to tell you this here. He said, you have done more in 2 months than we've done in 15 years doing this program. 15 years. That means a lot. Also, I've told you earlier, we're talking about getting together with John Riggins' wife and his group. FAIR, that's another group. Because they're trying to do the same thing. We don't want a faction over here, a faction over here.
So why are you getting with all those groups and not the
all those groups?
NFLPA? With that one group and not the NFLPA, who has a long history of trying to improve these packages and actually improving these benefits.
You've seen what the NFLPA's done so far.
I was a player rep for my 10 years, 9 years. How many years were you a player rep?
I was never a player. I wasn't asked to be a player rep.
Well, you know, it's something you volunteered for as well.
We had our player reps on our team.
Right.
Yes, but, you know, I'll say it again, is that we don't have, if we had a seat there, if we had a seat on that board, most definitely, we would go talk to them. It's not that. They always say, you got to wait till the CBA comes up. You got to wait till the CBA comes up. Look, you can do what you want to do. This could happen. If they want to do it, they could do it. It's like I said earlier, you fired the warning shots. Now, everybody knows about it. So,
okay, you fired the shot, Eric Dickerson. Any regrets?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Not at all. I don't regret anything. You know, I know the NFL is whoever's trying to attack my kid. Like, they're going looking for stuff for 31 years ago. He sued so-and-so. He was on the quarterback club. I saw that. I'm like, I wasn't on no quarterback club. I'm not a quarterback. I remember when that club came out. I'm like, well, why don't we just start a running backs club? We thought about it, but it never went anywhere. I mean, it's like, if you're looking for something, look, let me tell you something, Marcellus. I'm not perfect, by no means. Yeah. You're not perfect. The viewers out there, nobody's perfect. This is not a perfect plan. We just want it to work.
Here's the thing that you put in that letter that irritated me. And again, Eric, I want to be clear. I support what you're doing, and I understand why, because I think the leadership at the NFLPA from DeMaurice Smith is bad. They're running out fighting to take a knee, but not fighting to help some of these guys that actually need some real help. But when you put a line in there, we're not going to celebrate 100 years of exploitation, man. That's where you lose me, man.
Yeah, that's charged.
There's so many guys, including you, right, whose lives were changed by football. To just summarize it as 100 years of exploitation, that hurt me, man.
Man, let me tell you something. I don't mean to hurt nobody's feelings, but you know what they call it, casualties of war we have sometimes. Look, that's what this is. It's a casualty
Collateral
of war.
damage.
And casualties of war. Look, you can take the word out, you remove the word. It's just a word.
Now you move me to the other point, though.
Okay.
This is the other point. This is why you're struggling getting support, though.
Jason, I'm not struggling.
You got a former player sitting right here. We're calling it a war, Eric, and maybe.
I said casualties.
I know, but that's characterizing as
It
a war.
is, really, it is.
There needs to be more partnership and more understanding to get the results you want. If you go to war, they're going to bring out their guns, too. And they got big guns.
And we know their war chests. And that's one of the things we learned in our player association meetings. Their war chests, they have more missiles. We're trying to get it in collective bargaining. That's what that experience is about.
You know one thing about the NFL, and it's been, I think, our downfall, is that we can't get the players to stick together. That's the biggest thing. I think that's our, and just like this deal here with the Hall of Famers, this is why it's such a small group of guys. That's why we started here, because a small group of guys. And really, in a sense, what are we losing? I mean, they can't suspend us.
Right.
You know, they can't fine us. You know, they're going to come take our jackets. They're going to come take our rings and stuff. That's why we want to start here first, to try to get it going here. And then, like I said, we want all players to have this, every player, not just us, but let's just start here first.
Well, let's start here. What is the end zone? What is the touchdown? Because you gave action to this letter saying, if we don't get X, we're going to boycott. What is X?
Let's say this much. Let's say if you feel, I know this much as a board member, if we don't get something resolved, as myself, and I'll just speak for me, and probably nobody cares if I come or not. I know I won't be there. I talked to other guys that said, I wasn't going anyway. I'm tired of how they exploit the guy. I mean, I'm talking about, you'd be surprised how many guys, it's like going to court. All of a sudden, yeah, put me on the list. I'm a witness, but hey, don't let nobody know I'm on that list now. I mean, I'm on the list, but don't say that. Right. It's a lot of guys on the list that said, I've been for the last 30 years, but you know what? For the cause, I'm not going back.
Now, how come you trying to tell me that's not married to T.O.? You're trying to tell me that T.O., the first player I know of that said, I'm not going to Hall of Fame, and now this year you said there's a growing list of people not going? You saying that's not opportunistic? You saying that's not cashing in on T.O.'s courage?
Let me ask you, cashing in, what am I cashing in? I mean, you cashing in means I'm getting something out of it.
I thought you wanted to do this for something.
But I am doing something, but I'm not cashing in means money.
Well, you just said $300,000?
I didn't say no $300,000. I didn't say $300,000. I said we want a proper pension, whatever that number is. Whatever the number is, a proper pension and health care. I'm not trying to cash in on anything. I'm not trying to get over on nobody. We want what's right. That's all it is. It's just what's right.